What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here helping you take your game to the next level, and today I am back with the best mini scheme of Madden 18. Now, really quickly, if this is your first time viewing one of my videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Make sure to hit the bell notification icon so that you stay up to date and never miss an upload. So for today, I'm going to be breaking down the best mini scheme to start with Madden 18. This scheme formation was good last year, and I think it's even better this year. And the formation that is in is the Singleback Deuce Close. That has a lot of good runs, some good passes. You can control the clock with this. You can easily put up points on your opponent, make it very tough for them to defend you. Now, the first play that we're going to want to look at in this scheme is going to be the bench play. Now, this play was very good last year. It's still pretty good again this year. It's just a very simple concept. There's no setup to the play. We just run it as is, and you'll notice against a cover 2 how wide open these out routes are going to be. They're just going to get wide open. I mean, like, you're talking like we're getting 15 plus yards up the field. We're just going to throw a bullet pass and rack catch it, and as you can see, it's just easy yards all day long. We're going to be able to eat up any zone defense with this. Like I said, this was a really good tactic last year, a very good concept, and it's good again this year because the zones aren't playing aggressive enough in the flats, and you can see you can hit an out route on either side of the field and just take it up the field. So this makes it hard for your opponent to defend it because they have to choose which side of the field to go to, and because there's no setup to this play, we can just hurry up to the line and snap it quick before they can even have a chance to set up. And as you can see, if they play underneath coverage to try to take away the out routes, then we have the corner routes deep downfield. So they have to pick and choose. They can play underneath, put the hard flats on the field, but then we're killing them with the corner routes. Now here we're going against a cover 3, and you can see it's even more wide open against a cover 3 because there's no light blue zones on the field. So basically, all those other zones are dropping back to account for the vertical threat of the corner route, and we're just going to eat them up in the flats all day long. They're going to have to play underneath to respect it, but if they play underneath, again, you still have those corner routes, and that's what makes this play so simple yet so effective. It's just the best base play to use out of this formation. Now, if they run man defense, at this point we can kill them with either corner route. And this is where it pays to have good wide receivers on the outside, because good wide receivers are going to get more separation. They're going to release better off the press, and when they cut, they're going to get more separation because they have good route running. So if you're playing like Ultimate Team or something like that, definitely key in on having two good wide receivers on the outside. Now the next play we want to look at is called the PA stretch shot. This is another very effective play out of this formation. To set this play up, all I like to do is streak the A tight end and then put the Y tight end on an in route. Now this play action route here from the halfback is pretty interesting because he's going to release very quickly after the play action, and against any zone defense, he's just going to be wide open in the flats. This is another scenario where they have to put hard flats on the field. They have to play underneath coverage in order to stop this easy flat route. You'll notice in this formation, a good deal of it is attacking the flats and running the ball, but we have great deep routes if we need to go there. But on this play, this halfback route is just going to be money. I mean, we're going against a cover 2, and you can see you're going to get at least 5 yards on it, if not more. And to get 5 yards in the flats against a cover 2, that's good money all day long, because that means 2 plays you're getting a first down. You can't go wrong with it. Now, the great thing about cover 2 is we also have the ability to kill them upfield on this post route. As you can see, we get a one-play touchdown out of it there, a 30-yard strike for a touchdown. The deep safeties in cover 2 just drift too far to the sideline this year, basically. So you're always going to have that post route. And then as a check down, you have the Y in route over the middle, which will be 5 to 6 yards easily every single time with this play. So you go to the flats first, and then you can look upfield for the post, and then you can check it down to the in route. You have solid options. Now against cover 3, you're going to see the same thing. The flat route is going to be open off of this play action because that slight delay just lets the defense drop a little further back, and then we can just rack catch it in the flats. As you can see here, we're taking a flat route for about almost 10 yards. You can't get any easier than that. It's the most simple read. You know, a beginner can do it. Even an advanced player can take advantage of this. And you'll see later in the video when we get to the runs how much more effective it is. So there you see we dumped it off to the in route. Against cover 3, that's kind of what I look to do with this play, is either if the flat's not open, I kind of just try to dump it down to the in route. Those are just the best ways to attack it, in my opinion. As you'll see here, we hit the flat again. It's wide open. You can just do this like clockwork every single time. Now, if they go man defense with this play, we're going to look to this corner route on the right. When he gets off the bump and as soon as he cuts, look at the separation he gets. And keep in mind, Brandon LaFell is not the best wide receiver. I would say he's below average. So imagine if you had a good wide receiver out there, the kind of separation he'd be getting. This guy's getting at least 3 yards of separation on that cut, and he's not even good. He doesn't have really good beat press or route running. Now, also, we will have this post route over the middle of the field. Again, this is where it pays to have good wide receivers, good release, good route running. They're going to break on that post, and as soon as he breaks, he's going to get open. Now, in this next example, I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. There, I threw it a little bit earlier, and he still was able to get open. But if we wait a little bit longer, he gets even more open, and we get more yards off of it. So if they go man press against this play, you still have multiple options to kill him downfield. Now, the next play we want to look at is the PA misdirection. Another great PA play and another way to absolutely kill our opponents in the flats. All we want to do is take the wide tight end, and we want to put him on a flat route. He was on a delayed flat route, but we want to put him on one that releases right away. And on this play, we're going to want to cancel the play action. Right when we go to hand it off or fake the handoff to the running back, we want to hold the right trigger because it gives us control of our quarterback quicker. And you can see if the flat is open, you dump it down every play. That's all you're trying to do with this play is dump it down to that flat. If that flat isn't open, then we look elsewhere. But if it's there, you take it every time because you're guaranteed 5 to 10 yards on it against any zone defense. You're going to see time and time again, we're dumping it down, we're rat catching it, and we're getting 10 to 12 yards. I mean, you can't get easier than that. If you can get 10 to 12 yards on a flat route, you take it every single time. You don't even look anywhere else. It's too easy. You got to give your opponent something to worry about. Now, if they play underneath coverage to try to take that flat route away, again, this is where the corner comes in. We go back to the corner, pass lead that to the sideline. The safety will not get down there quick enough to stop it, and you're good money every single time. Another option we're going to have on this play is this post route over the middle of the field against cover 2. That's going to annihilate cover 2 as well. Just pass lead it to the inside. So we're going to run it one more time and show you hit the post route over the middle of the field again. It's good money against cover 2 every single time. You just want to wait till he crosses, kind of gets behind that linebacker, pass lead it to the left, hold possession, catch, get down, and you're good money. Now, against the cover 3 with this play, same thing. We're going back to the flats if it's there, and it's going to be even more open against the cover 3. It's so wide open that you would be a moron not to take it. It is, you know, if they have to put those hard flats on the field, and if they do that, then that's when we look to go deeper. But if they're leaving the flat open or they're not user covering it, we take it every single time. Now, we can also hit the post route against cover 3 too, which is good. The deep safety is drifting too far back, so we pass lead it to the left, and we hold the possession catch on that as well. Now, if they go man defense, same thing. First, we're going to look to that corner. He gets off the press, creates separation, and he's always going to get in front of the safety. It's going to be an easy read for us. We also have that crossing route there by Tyler Eifert, which I didn't showcase in the video, but he will beat man pretty often as well, not every single time. Now, we can hit the post route against man too. If you have a good wide receiver here, he's going to get more separation than that. But as you can see, when he gets off that bump, he kind of leaves the defensive back behind him, so it's easy to dot him up the field. Now, as far as runs, there's really mainly only 2 runs I focus on. It's the stretch and the wham. The halfback wham is amazing, and it's really what makes this formation. But first, we're going to look at the stretch. Now, the good thing is you can flip this run without your opponent knowing because the formation is symmetrical. So you just hit X on Xbox or square on PS4 and then the right trigger, and that flips the play. So you're always going to want to run to whichever side is weaker. Now, the stretch is pretty decent this year, not as good as last year, but you're just going to basically look to either take it outside or cut it back up depending on, you know, what the defense looks like. Here, it's against goal line. We take it outside and we get huge yards. Not going to showcase the stretch that much. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just try to run it to the side of the field with the less defenders. Now, the halfback wham is what makes this formation. The halfback wham is, I mean, it was good last year, but I think it's phenomenal this year. It's just very hard to stop, especially if you have like a Cowboys type O-line or something like that. It makes it even that much better. But you'll notice time and time again, I'm going to get consistent, just gaping holes with this huge gains. It is extremely hard to stop, especially when you're mixing in all these pass plays. They have to worry about the flats. They have to worry about the corners, the posts, and then you have the stretch that goes to the outside, but then the halfback wham just annihilates defenses up the middle. It is an absolute pain to stop this run. It is one of the best runs in the game. It might be the best run in the game. If not, it's certainly in the top 3. It's devastating how good this run is. So, another good thing with this formation, too, is that it is a 2 tight end set. So, if your opponent comes out in like a dime defense or a dollar or a quarter, in years past, they could do that. They can't do that this year because if you're in a 2 tight end set, they're going to get pancaked. But because you have good pass plays out of this, it makes it hard to just put everybody in the box. It's like you have to play pass defense to stop the passes, but if you come out in a pass defense and you get hit with the halfback wham, you're going to get annihilated. Now, you see, there's a couple runs here where I'm getting stopped for less than 2 yards. You might have seen it happen twice, but the majority of the time, you're seeing me just go up the field for huge gains every time. It's very rare that this run gets less than 5 yards. It's nothing's automatic and perfect. You're going to have a few plays where, it gets less than 5 yards, but the majority of the time you're seeing this run is getting more than 5 yards, and on a few occasions it got 10 plus yards, 20 plus yards. It's just a great run. As you can see, again, we break a touchdown. It is just an amazing run. You have the 2 tight ends set, so it makes it hard for your opponent to come out in a pass D. But if they come out in a run heavy D, you can absolutely annihilate them in the pass game. So you need to use this formation. This formation is in almost every playbook this year. I counted. I'll list them in the description, but it's in like 21 playbooks. So this is more than likely in your playbook. So you need to be using it. It's just that good this year. Definitely take this into the lab, practice it, then get in the game and start running up the points on people. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.